Hello, and welcome to a Word of Hope for Friday of the 15th week of Ordinary Time. Today and tomorrow we have the Gospel of Matthew, and in both instances, Matthew is going to be directing us in the ways of justice. Today's theme has to do with mercy. It's a very familiar gospel account where Jesus and his disciples are walking on the Sabbath, and as they pass through a grain field, because the disciples are hungry, they pick the heads of the grain off of the stems and they eat them. For some reason, the Pharisees are hiding in the fields, and they jump out and they accuse them of working on the Sabbath. You can't pick grain on the Sabbath. You can't work the fields. You've broken the Sabbath law. They're such hypocrites. And in Matthew's gospel today, Jesus really stands up to them and he confronts them as he would confront anybody who is stuck on the details of the law instead of the mercy that should be behind every law and all law. Jesus says at the end of today's gospel, "If you knew what this meant, I desire mercy, not sacrifice, you would not have condemned these innocent men." He quotes the prophet Hosea. "It is mercy I desire, not sacrifice." It reminds me of Psalm 40 that says, "Sacrifice and offering you wished not, but a contrite heart turned toward you." It reminds me of the prophet Micah, chapter 6, the very familiar passage where the prophet says, "With what gift shall I come before my God? How shall I bow down before God?" So overwhelmed by God, he says, "Shall I come with thousands of rams? Shall I offer 10,000 rivers of olive oil?" Imagine that. "Shall I sacrifice my firstborn? With what gift shall I come before God?" Micah says. And God answers and says, "You have heard what is good, that you act justly, that you love mercy, and that you walk humbly with God." My friends, today the gospel is direct, and it is to every one of us to love mercy, to love mercy. And as you and I trust in mercy and hope for mercy, let us realize that we are also the ones who grant mercy day after day after day. God bless you.